Part 2 of my RB30DET engine build. Today we're going to do the relocation of the tensioner stud for the timing belt and also the oil restrictors in the top of the block. Starting with the tensioner stud, I have some measurements of where to place this stud on the front of the block, which I will put in the video after this clip. After I mark it out, hit it with the center punch and then start drilling as dead straight as possible. The website's at the bottom for anyone that's interested. Then we start drilling this hole, as I said before, keeping it as straight as possible and drilling all the way through to the water gallery that's behind it. Once drilled through, checking it with the light to make sure they've gone all the way through and haven't hit the bore of the cylinder. Then onto tapping it. This took me a hot minute because it was hard to do because of the cast iron block, but after a lot of perseverance, I finally got through. After playing with the tap for about 40 minutes, we'll give it a quick clean with some brake clean. We'll also do the lower hole as well, as we're going to relocate that bottom stud across too. I will be running 2 tensioners on this, as I've seen with one tensioner, the belt is way too tight, so I'll be running 2. Some Loctite 263 stud sealer on the stud and then into the water jacket, just to prevent any water from coming out and also from the stud backing out. I've got that nice and tight, so I'll pull the 2 nuts off and put it on the lower stud and pull that out as well. Got that one out and then gave it a quick clean with a wire wheel, thread sealer back on it, and then chuck that one in what would be the idler pulley hole. And to finish it off, I pulled that little stud out for the spring tensioner, as we won't be using one. Onto the oil restrictors. I just got these freshly out of the freezer. The first one I tapped in. It did distort it a little bit just because they were brass and the punch was a harder material. However, on the second one, I did find it easier to punch the old restrictor down first and then tap the new one in. For the sizings of the restrictors, on Franklin Performance, a New Zealand company, has a little graph of what is recommended for them and their products for like different applications and whatever, which I will put at the end of this video too. After gently tapping them in, the job is all done and this is the end result.